Sup y'all, it's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I wanted to give you guys something that a lot of people have been asking me for ever since the first episode, which is a second episode of Mythic Plus Tips and Tricks, where the title is pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to be going through some Mythic Plus dungeons and showing you guys some pretty useful tips and tricks that will either make your runs faster or easier, or hopefully both. Now, I cannot guarantee that all of these methods will always be in the game. Some of them are extremely efficient, so Blizzard could nerf them because they could view it as an exploit, or it just made the dungeon too easy, but I can confirm that on the upload date, all of these methods are currently working in the game. Now, this isn't going to be one of my usual videos where I just ramble on for 5 minutes about a tangent. I'm going to be going from, yo, check out this cool shit, and then, yo, check out this other cool shit, and then like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. Not going to be a whole lot of commentary. We're just going to look at exactly what you need to do and go forward. So let's go ahead and start. First trick here we're going to be looking at here is on Serpent tricks, and he's the second or third boss on I Have a Shard, depending on how you want to do it. Basically, what you can do here is whenever Serpent tricks cast Poison Spit, if you start moving whenever he casts Poison Spit in the direction that the winds is either blowing, or if there are no winds in any direction, you can completely avoid the attack. Now, obviously, as a caster, this isn't really as realistic, but as a warrior, especially as a tank, and especially whenever you're doing a plus 12, like I am right here with Tyrannical, I just got hit by that on accident, and I almost took 800,000 damage. So being able to avoid getting hit by that saves a ton of time. And if the winds are going, make sure that you know which directions the winds are going, and then move with the winds. So just basically stop moving your character, see where it's pushing you, and then position yourself so you move with the winds whenever he does the Poison Spit, and it makes it even easier. Basically start moving whenever he casts Poison Spit and never get hit by it. Second trick that we're going to be looking at here is on King Deepbeard. Basically what you can do here is you can stand on top of already existing quakes to kind of preserve space in the room. If you're doing this on a very high Mythic Plus, the boss can take kind of a while because it's kind of a tank and spank, and based on some of the other mechanics for the boss, it can get really crowded. So what you want to do is every single time he casts Quake, you want to go and stand in the exact same location. That's going to keep all of the different reverberations and diffractures all basically together. Now, this is kind of high risk, high reward, because if you do stand on one of those whenever he casts reverberations, which is dealing damage from the quaking areas 8 seconds afterwards, it can kill you. Basically, just keep all of the fractures whenever he stands on Quake. Basically, stand on top of an already existing fracture to conserve space. It's very simple. Next trick we're going to be looking at here is on King Imran. Basically, as you guys saw right there, as a warrior, you can spell Reflect Dark Slash, and it reduces a ton of damage, and it also reflects the damage back onto King Imran. So on high level Mythic Plus, this can be upwards of 5 to maybe even closer to 10 million if you're doing a plus 16 or above. So it saves a ton of time, but it is warrior exclusive. The second one, or sorry, what is this? I don't even know. It's like third or fourth one. This is the one that could get nerfed. I don't know. Whenever Glazer sends out those different blue projectiles, what you can do is you can stand inside that red circle under him, his little hitbox, and whenever the blue circles or any of the circles come back to him, it actually hits him, and it doesn't do any damage to you if you're inside the circle, because it actually hits him before it actually hits you, so it's already despawned by that time. And I'll give you guys a really good example of that in just a second here. So, as you can see, everybody in my group is going to be standing right under him, and it's going to come right at us, and nobody's going to take damage because we're going to be inside that red circle. Now, obviously, this is another thing that if you do it wrong, you can be taking a lot of damage, so you want to make sure everybody's on the same page and right underneath the boss. It's very simple, very useful. Next one we're looking at here is actually one, this is more of like kind of a trick, and if anything else, it's kind of a PSA because they just recently added this into Mythic Plus, which is in Court of Stars, if you're an engineer, or I believe something else, but I know engineers can use it, there's a little orb here that you can click, and what that orb does is it literally just deactivates all of the Guardian constructs. Where they're yellow mobs, they do no damage, they're basically target dummies, but whenever you kill those target dummies, they still give you completion credit, right? So they're still going to give you 5% for the counter, just like they always would, except for they do nothing. So not only does it make it easier to just kill them and chain them with other packs, so you can just pull other packs on top of them and just make it easier, but on top of that, it's also going to make make it to where you can pull, well, as you guys go see right now, I'm going to show you guys this too, you can pull the other packs that could be a little bit more dangerous, especially with like teaming or something like that, the double Guardian Construct pack right before the second boss. You can pull that with really no trouble whatsoever. So it makes a lot of the pulls easier, and it also makes these mobs like literally do nothing. So it's a huge way to save time, and again, it doesn't really, you don't really want to change the way you pull the instance, but it just makes the times that you do pull the instance a lot easier. Next one here is on the Amalgam of Souls. That's the first boss in Blackrock Hold. What you can do is that whenever he casts the Siphon Souls at 50%, if you burn him down to 20% before the souls actually get to him, he will despawn the souls and cast Soul Burst, so you don't actually need to switch off to the souls and kill them. This is very, very useful whenever you're doing high-level Mythic Plus and you want to burn through it to try and get a 3 chest or something like that. Next one we're going to be looking at here is on, what do you call it, in Neltharian's Lair, or Neltharian's Vault, actually, I think. And basically what you can do here is Piercing Shards. Whenever the Vile Shard Hulk casts Piercing Shards, he hits you with it, and then he'll hit you with it again. But what you can do is whenever he's actually casting Piercing Shards, if you stun him while he's casting it, not only does he not continue to recast it, but he's not going to hit you. Basically, instead of hitting you twice, he doesn't hit you at all. So you want to preemptively stun him before he casts Piercing Shards the first time, and you won't take any damage from it at all. So these are pretty much the tips that I found are very, very useful, and I hope they help you guys as much as they've helped me. Again, if you guys have any other tips or tricks that you'd like to share in the video, please comment them down below. Also, let me know if this video helped you, and if I should do more, etc, etc, etc. I do like doing these videos. You know, I always like doing cool little things like this, so these are always very enjoyable for me to make. So anyway, guys, I hope this helped you. It's definitely helped me. So thank you for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.